Hey friends, hello, hello, hello. How is it going there? If you're watching the replay, thank you for being here. My name is Fava Brooks. Where's my book? I'm abuse survivor coach. What does that mean? I help adult survivors of child abuse and trauma heal and restore. I'm a survivor of child abuse myself. 25 years on the healing journey, and now I love to support my fellow survivor thrivers as they're finding their way back to reconnecting with our bodies, I'm multitasking here, with our bodies, our spirit, and our heart. So if you're here live, please say hello so I can welcome you. If you're on Periscope, thank you for watching. I am running the live chat from YouTube today. So if you want to join the chat, please head on over there. Too much to manage two at the same time, but feel free to sit back and enjoy the conversation. I just put my book down somewhere here in my office in a good spot, and I don't see it. So I'm gonna have to stand up and go get it. So hi, how are you guys? Hey Rob, good to see you, friend. How you been? How you been? I got this book, but not my Releasing Your Authentic book. Hey Karen, hey friend, I see you over here. Hey Chrisanne, hey Wanda, how are you guys? Good to see you. How are you hanging in there? Oh, Sue. All right, friend. I'm feeling you, my friend. Be gentle with yourself. It went really well, guys. I'm distracted. I'm looking for my book. I'll be right back. See, I knew it wasn't far. I knew it wasn't far away. My Bible, right? But it's been one of those days. I'm getting ready for a busy week next week, making copies, and was getting materials in the mail, doing a training next week for 145 people. So I have to make copies and make sure everything is there. But all good, all good. But yesterday was great. Yes, I wasn't here yesterday. I was joining fellow colleagues where we were meeting up again, working on a mission for one of the counties here in Portland, Oregon, where we're on a mission to end child abuse by 2050. So we're working up towards a summit in about a year where we are going to bring all the stakeholders together to see what we can do to end child abuse. Those are my people, right? My people are, right? Set a really big vision, set the bar really high, right? Let's shoot for the moon and see where we land. At least we will make an impact for sure. So I was really excited about hanging out with my people yesterday. So hey Rob, good to see you, friend. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. So I'm feeling into, what's going on with a lot of our friends today and the world. How about I just pulled 2 cards for us today, and I'm just kind of thinking maybe we ought to start with a little bit of taking an extra breath, right? Shall we start with a little grounding and a brief meditation just to bring us right here, right now? So this was, like I said, when I was drawing cards for us for today, 2 cards came out. This was the first one, and the second one I'll hold up for you guys later. Don't let me forget. But why don't we start with just a little bit of self-compassion. Yes, boss. Like you guys have a choice. Like you guys have a say. Yes, you could always just hang up on her, right? Yeah, whatever. Moving on to something else. But just as I put my hand on my heart here, wow, I'm just feeling a lot of energy, a lot of warmth. So let's take 3 deep breaths together just to kind of bring us here out of the hamster wheel, right? We're going to be talking about the hamster wheel, the distractions in our minds. So we're going to talk about that. So let's help our mind a little bit by pulling in to a different anchor. So let's take 3 deep breaths together. How about it? And I love to let out a sigh. Just good to let it go. And if you pull in another deep breath, just gather all the chatter, just all the energy that's been circling, moving around your head, in your mind, outside. Just pull it all together. Inhale. And with your intention, just let it all go. Let it all go. And let's do one more. Intentionally gathering all the chatter. Hey, Donna. And feeling it all go. Just feeling it all go. Right? I'm just directing energy. Just directing energy. All right. There's so much coming at us right now. Like, it isn't enough that we have to deal with what's going on inside, but, right, it's all around us. So just come back to your normal breath and find an anchor that is comfortable and comforting to you. Whether it's just to follow the breath, the air as it comes in and out of your nose. Anchor is what you are choosing to focus on, right? One of the more demanding parts of us is our mind. It demands a lot of focus. You can also anchor yourself to your hand on your heart. As you're coming back to your natural breathing, natural breath, feel that warmth from your hand on your body. And if that feels too much, it's okay. Just you go with wherever you're at and what you need. Honor what you need. These are just suggestions. But if you can whisper quietly to your lovely body, I'm here, I'm here, I am here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for carrying me through the day. Thank you for being here for me every minute of every day, every breath. I am so grateful for you, right? I am so grateful for you. Giving yourself a little bit of warmth. I'm dropping into my heart, my friends. And all you have to do is to say yes. And I am sending you energy. I'm sending you love to all who want to receive. There's no shoulds. Your choice. Your boundary. I see love through all that I see before me. I see love and light in all that I see before me. And I'm going to expand this warmth and this love. I'm being selfish right now, you guys, because I'm so enjoying this. This feels so good. I'm going to flood my body with this beautiful energy, this soothing, nurturing warmth. And I'm slowly pushing it outside of my body. Remember what we talked about before. You can, with your intention, create like a golden egg, like a safety zone. Expand this powerful, loving energy, like 6 feet in all directions. This is you. This is your space. You get to decide whatever stays and whoever goes. Nothing comes into your circle, into your space, unless it's here to serve you in love and light. And our intention here tonight, like it is every time we come together, is to support one another, to hold each other with warmth and gentle care and compassion. We are in this journey together. We can't do this alone. And what we share here is totally co-created. Your heart, your energy, your intention to choose to be here, my friends, creates the right space for this amazing healing to take place. I'm just the one who presses play or go live. The rest we do together. That is so clear to me. So just notice for yourself, what are you feeling in your body or in your heart? What's your sensed awareness of this experience? Sometimes it comes just like a message or a feeling or a sensation. To me, this is like a homecoming. It feels such a pleasure and privilege to share this experience with you guys. So I invite you to take a couple of deep cleansing breaths. And in case you're wondering, you can keep that out 6 feet in all direction, or you can pull it in to just be around you, or you can put it into your heart right here, right now. That's your choice. You can choose. So wiggle your toes and your fingers. Thank you guys. This was exactly what I needed. I don't know about you. Hey, Happiness. Hey, our friends on Periscope. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you're here. We just started with a little grounding meditation, and we're getting ready to chat a little bit. Awesome, Rob. Glad you enjoyed it. I put Marmalade in really deep sleep. Beautiful. Awesome. Anything come up for you guys? How was that? My body is humming right now. If I was a cat, I'd be purring. So. Good. Awesome, Chris Ann. Awesome. So glad that that worked for you. Very much needed. That was calming. Good. Good. Yes, I could feel the energy when we all got on here. Beautiful, beautiful. Right? Since we're going to be working, talking about our bodies, right? And talking about how busy it gets, it's better to come off the hamster wheel, right? To come out of the spin cycle, so we can maybe have a little perspective and take a look at, for one, why, which is where we're always trying to have more compassion for ourselves. More and more we can see why, right? We're all just a textbook example, you know, of someone that has survived child abuse and trauma, how our biology responds just to keep you safe, doing the best they can with whatever is going on inside. So nice and easy, we are finding our way back home into our bodies and learning, practicing, right? Finding our balance, practice self-regulation, all the things that we know to not be in reaction mode, but actually be able to take that pause, just like we just did, right? When you're feeling, I could feel it, it was like that. And I'm like, okay, let's just sit back and take a few deep breaths and see what we can do after that, once we've settled. Wish I could do this on my own. Well, I hear you, Rob. I hear you, my friend. For years, it was so supportive for me to have someone that would guide me through the meditation a lot. And otherwise, my mind was left to on its own, you know, it's like it would just get distracted a lot. So it's okay to need to be guided in the beginning. There you go, Rob. Have you guys tried it? The meditation I recorded for you guys? You guys have 2 of them now, don't you? There's one that I just put up on YouTube. So if you Google it or do a search on YouTube. So there it is, right? And then we did one earlier in the month. Today, you did it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, my friends, today we are on day 17. When we fill our days with errands, right? Chores, tasks, to-do lists, filling up our time so we never have a moment or silence to ourselves. Sometimes we are avoiding, right? We're dodging that whatever. Every morning since you started, beautiful, Wanda, beautiful. I know you are getting the benefits, right? It totally sets up my day. Yes, I hear you. I know, I love those lists too, but sometimes they become kind of like their own animal, so to speak, like a monster. So a little bit of a list on the list, but what's on the list? It's sometimes good to do a list just to kind of do a brain dump, so to speak. At least, okay, my brain is worried that I will forget, but if I dump it all on the list, then I can at least tell my mind it's there. And then go through the list. Okay, just choose 3. What are the top 3, right? And make sure you're on that list. Exactly, when you're listing your list, it's time to rein it in. Exactly, Rob. Exactly. So what I was saying, yes, we could be running from ourselves, and we can be running forever on that hamster wheel, never going anywhere, because we cannot escape ourselves and our problems. So how can we step off the hamster wheel and onto a solid ground? And just like we did with our breath, just choosing 3 deep inhales and exhales, just choosing to release that toxic chatter, right? So it's so important for us to take a look at our hectic schedule and realize, okay, is this my life? Am I in charge? Am I making these choices? Or is it all I'm just in reaction to everybody else and everything else that's happening throughout the day? And at the end of that day, then often it feels like, wait a minute, this whole day or this whole week has gone by and I never got to do the things that I really needed to do or I wanted to do for me, right? So let's talk about that. The 2 questions we're asking today: what is one way that you can step off that toxic hamster wheel today? And what unnecessary tasks can you eliminate from your daily schedule, right? We are really good at putting a lot on the schedule. But do we forget to schedule time for me time, schedule time for working out or for meditation or even for a nutritious meal, right? Do some meal planning around eating better, right? All the things that are good for us. Self-care, right? So I'm going to scroll down here and see what you guys shared with us today. Let's see. And again, I so appreciate your comments, your sharing. There you go, Rob. Rob is shouting out to the tribe, to Lori, to Nora, to Donna, LD, Vicky, and the crew. Yes, shout out. Whether you're here with us live or you watch the replay, you count. You matter. We pull your energy in when we are here together. So thank you, Rob. Very, very sweet of you. Very sweet of you to do. Okay. Yes, there you go. Gvulu too. Yep. Our list is getting long, which is great. Great. We have lots of beautiful souls in our midst, don't we? So Wanda shares with us today. She says, Gvulu. Yep, that's a beautiful name. And she's a beautiful, beautiful soul. Beautiful person. So let's see here. Wanda shares with us, today was one of those days where not only was there a hamster wheel, but an entire roller coaster. Oh my good, right? So you're just hanging on the roller coaster for the roller coaster ride today. But now, when that happens, I can catch it. And when I can sit with those thoughts and stop them, I go swimming. Like Dory, right? Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. So beautiful, just keep swimming. And while swimming, my only thought are my strokes and my breath. Swimming is like meditation, Wanda. So I'm so happy you made it to the pool. And then she says, my answer to the second part of this question is just the opposite of what it suggests. My day generally consists of me doing nothing. So that would be the task I need to eliminate. I could read more, connect to a community, social group, or other activities that would get me out of the house. Good for you, Wanda. Who else can relate? Who else can relate? Right? Are we doing too much, or are we doing, right? Which extreme are we on, right? Sometimes we go and bury ourselves in work or busyness, or sometimes we sit back and it's hard for us to get ourselves moving, right? So we're here for you, Wanda. It's harder to do things the longer you have done nothing. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. So Wanda, let us know how we can support you. How can we support you? Right? Sometimes it's helpful just to say, I'm going to try this, but you went swimming. That counts. That absolutely counts, my friend. But like you said, maybe something you need to do to challenge yourself a little more in terms of connecting more with other people. So we hear you, we see you, we believe in you, my friend. But sometimes, some days, right, it's just one breath at a time, right? One breath at a time. She says, I've gone from one extreme to the other, from being a workaholic to couch potato. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Humans, we are a challenging bunch, aren't we? Challenging bunch, right? So, right? Work in progress. We're all work in progress. So let us know how we can support you. If you need any ideas, any suggestions. So I'm really thinking of joining a yoga class. Yes, Rob, I love that idea. Chris Ann says, you can come over here this weekend. Lots of snow to shovel. There you go. I like that idea. Not sure what you all could do other than the continued encouragement. Yes, the continued encouragement. Exactly. And we have that here for you. We get it. We get it. We totally get it. So, and sometimes for me, it's when I find myself resisting, right? Resisting doing adulting, or resisting doing the things that I know I need to do. I do my best to Wanda says, I can come, but no shoveling snow. All right. There you go. Rob's with you on that. Rob is with you on that. So, but what I was saying is that what has helped me is, first of all, to be, to accept myself where I'm at. Yes, I realize I just want to sit on the couch today, or I just want to lounge, or I don't want to do my work, or I don't want to do or show up the way I've said I've had to. So, to be kind and gentle with yourself when that happens. And do you push yourself to do then, Swava? What I have found helps me, I was just about to say two things. First, to check in, what part of me is it that is really resisting, right? So check in with that part of me. Like, what's the need inside of me? What's the, the fighting back? So get in touch with that. I try my best to get in touch with that. So, and I can share with you guys that since I hurt my back, right, in December, and my kind of workout routine has, been kind of thrown out a little bit since. So I'm having to be, a little creative with how I'm moving my body, right? So I'm feeling my little girl in there a little bit more lately. So I'm doing this too, my friends, just to check in with her, So what do you need today? What do you need today? How can I move my body or stretch my body so I feel that I'm moving my energy, that it's important for me to move my energy in my body so it doesn't get stagnant? And because I can feel that's when my little girl gets scared, like, she kind of falls back into her old ways in a way that she gets a little nervous, because she also felt the pain in my back when I was dealing with that. So I need to be very intentional about stepping into my adult self that is loving and firm. Sometimes it's like, okay, I know you might want to just lounge and watch the whole series of whatever on Netflix, but we're going to watch one episode, but then we're going to have our healthy meal. We're going to go stretch for 15 minutes, and we are going to go to bed by 10, right? So I try to maybe do what I need to do, but in smaller pieces. Does that make sense? Push yourself to do then, Christiane. It's like do the opposite of what you want to do, but just, only a little bit, right? Because it's not helpful to punish ourselves and then think we're gonna just, go work out for an hour, right? Exactly. Loving but firm. Yes, I understand. Yes, baby girl, or yes, sweet body, I understand. But I'm the adult here. I know what's good for us. So we are still gonna eat our healthy food. We are still gonna stretch because it helps the back to keep those muscles stretched, right? So loving but firm. Yes, it makes sense, but I move only after I've berated myself. I hear you, Christiane. I hear you, my friend. And that's also what has shifted, is that my moving myself is now because I love myself, right? It's not because I hate myself. I've slowly moved that oil tanker, so to speak, right? Because it was hard. It was hard, the possibility that I'm gonna, make healthy, good meals and make the time to meditate and actually regularly work out because that I love myself. What a concept, right? So more and more I reframe why I'm doing it. I reframe why I'm doing it. So I hope that makes sense. There you go. There you go. Middle ground. Middle ground. Yes. Middle ground, my friend. And that's where, right, we're all work in progress. Tomorrow is a new day. Guess what, right? Tomorrow is a new day, and we get to start all over again. Right? So, we're doing it, and you're doing it, Wanda. Thank you for sharing, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hear you, Rob. I hear you. Thank you, Nora. She's giving me permission here to share with us today. Yes, Rob, it was. Because I just want to go back here and where Wanda says, when we can sit with those thoughts, right? When we can sit with those thoughts. And again, that's what being human is all about, you know. And instead of avoiding being with this body while it's struggling, is to sit and be with it while it's showing us what's going on inside and how can we tend to it no matter what, right? So Nora says, so in my field of work as a youth minister, it's hard not to be on the hamster wheel, but what I can do is say that word, which is hard for me to say, no, or sorry, I can't do that right now. I've tried a couple of times and the results were rewarding. Yay! Right? The results were rewarding. I had time for me to do the things that make my life more peaceful. So in my case, to eliminate a task off my plate is kind of hard to do, but I can try to use those self-compassion words and find more time for inner peace. Exactly. Beautiful, Nora. Beautiful, right? And isn't that so hard for us, my friends, right? We will take care of everybody else, take care of everything else out here. And when people ask, it's very hard. Used to be very hard to say no. I've gotten better at it, right? Very hard to say no. Rob says, yeah, like veggie and exercise or couch potato fast food junkie. I hear you, Rob. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. So thank you, Nora. Thank you, Nora. I appreciate your sharing. And I'm so happy to see that your results have been rewarding, right? When you've said no to people, right? It's like, interesting. This is new, right? So, good for you. Good for you. Also, right, people also can take advantage of us. When we just say yes, 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 it becomes an expectation, right? People just keep asking for more and more and more and more. So that's something that I learned also from raising children. It's like, is this something I should be doing for you? Is this something that you should be doing for yourself? So, and that's part of, right, growing up. The more things you can do for yourself, the more self-esteem you have, the better you feel about yourself. So definitely can see that has worked for my kids. I can see that they feel good about being self-sufficient. So, and I think most of us do. Most of us do. We feel good when we can take care of things for ourselves. Not that we don't need people, right? But sometimes we can say, no, I think you can do this for yourself. I'm happy to be helpful if somebody is sick or needs something for a reason, meaning, but not just to ask me because they're too lazy to do it or would rather just you know, sit around and have mom do it, right? So it is part of independence. Exactly. Exactly. So thank you, Nora. Let's see here. Sue shares with us, as I'm retired, my life isn't nearly as hectic as it used to be, but my hamster wheel is in my mind where I can obsess, plan, fret, worry, and overthink everything endlessly. Tasks and more about building in ways, unnecessary tasks and more about building in ways to calm my mind. Otherwise, my thoughts can just go around and around. And then I find myself living in autopilot, going almost mindlessly from one thing to the next and ending up exhausted. I feel you, my friend. I feel you. I feel you, right? And like I've said, and we repeat a lot here, right? 90% of what we do today, what we did yesterday, right? It just gets the page, just someone hits the repeat button. And so much of this automatic, habits comes from, right, way in the past where we maybe didn't have choices. All right, Donna made it. Woohoo! Awesome. Finder can hear me, see me, and contribute. Awesome. Nice. Nice. Took a shower and in bed. High five, right? Some days, that's as good as it gets, right? Some days. We're so glad that you're here, my friend. I saw you here earlier and now here, so I'm glad you found us. So, trying to navigate the live stream, so, yep. Awesome. So, Sue goes on to say, she says, to step off the hamster wheel, I can use different ways to come out of my mind and get back in touch with myself. TRE, meditation, walking, anything that grounds me and coming back to now, where I am safe and I'm enough and all is well. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. And I thank you for saying that, Sue, because walking was definitely powerful for me and continues to be. If it's just walking around the house, just one block, right? Okay, I'm not gonna exercise today. I'm just gonna walk out the door and see what happens. Right? Just that alone can shift, how you feel and your energy, and then just see where that walk takes you, right? So, right back to now, where I am safe and I am enough. So that's beautiful, Sue. I appreciate it. And again, right, so much of what we are being challenged with or by isn't necessarily what's happening out here anymore. It's what's happening inside, right? And again, so much of it is run by our mind. So I don't know if you guys saw, I posted a link in the Journey to the Heart group with the TED Talk, this psychologist who was sharing his mental health journey, and I found it very interesting what he was talking about and kind of could relate to a lot of it. And I really liked what he said about sometimes when he gets stuck in that hamster wheel and that worry, when we really over-identify with, what's happening and just really can contribute to our own inner madness a little bit. Good, Sue. I'm glad you watched it, because he says, and I've heard this before, that it only takes us about 90 seconds to 2 minutes to actually, if we can distract ourselves for that long, we can shift that thinking. So if we can choose to focus on something else for up to 2 minutes, we can make the shift out of, I talk about the spinning, right? So that's maybe a good thing for someone to, there you go, Sue, I hear you. Put it on a sticky note somewhere where you can see it, right? Your bathroom mirror, or, where you pick up your keys as you walk out the door, or next to your toothbrush, or somewhere where you can put a sticker trying to focus. Yes, trying to change your focus for at least 2 minutes. Trying to shift my focus for at least 2 minutes. Exactly, Rob. Exactly. And I've heard a handful of people, life coaches, that talk about that. It's like, tell your clients, it's like if they can just hang on for 2 minutes, this will pass in 2 minutes. Just sit with it for 2 minutes, and then things can shift. So, and we've talked about that here, right? The curve of our feelings as we ride up our nervous system, as it gets activated, right? When we're going up, we forget it's gonna come down. But because we're going up, we fight it and right? And things get tight, and we start to defend ourselves, protect ourselves, because we think there's no end, right? Your brain doesn't think that way. We sometimes disconnect from that part of our brain that it's like, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of crappy. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm only going to feel crappy for a little bit, and then it comes back down. There is a spike in all of this. Like all energy, it goes up like the ocean wave, right? We go up and then we come back down, but we forget. We forget that there is a down. So we can just breathe. 2 minutes. Okay. It's like giving birth, right? For those of you that have. Just hang on to that contraction. Just breathe through it for 2 minutes and you're good. So, anyways, that just made me laugh. So I'm glad you checked that out, Sue. Let's see here. So thank you. Rob, yeah, the giving birth. That's funny. See, I crack myself up. My family, they think I'm silly. I laugh at my own jokes, so. But then they keep coming. Yes, that's what we have to keep doing it for 2 minutes until the baby is born, right? I'm trying to make light of it, Sue, but I hear you, my friend. Sometimes it feels like, right? Like it just keeps coming. It just keeps coming, right? So maybe then, yes, someone has to. I hear you. There you go, Rob, right? Yeah, exactly. Someone has to. See, you're my kind of guy, Rob. You'd fit right in with my family, so. But I hear you, Sue. But again, it's like we're retraining our brain. We've been so trained to the spinning that it's going to take some time for us to get out of that. So, bit like a contraction. Yes, exactly, Sue. It's like those contractions. Exactly. So be gentle with yourself. And again, that's also where both remembering that, yes, this is going to take 2 minutes, but how can you turn to yourself with some warmth, right? That's where, my strategy, as you guys know, is hand on the heart. Just hold yourself if you can. Just going to hold myself tight for 2 minutes just to be a little warm container. Lean in. It's like, okay, this is a hard human moment that we're having right now. Right? This feels very hard, but I am here. right? I'm not going to abandon myself, right? Leave myself with the whatever is causing the stir, right? This is a painful moment, right? This is the human condition. Part of being human is that we are hardwired to feel. We are here to feel. We are here to care, right? We are here to love. And we can't have one without the other. We cannot have one without the other. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. It's like, no, I don't want all those painful, sad, hard feelings. Just give me the good stuff. Just please, just give me the good stuff, right? They're a package deal, my friends. They are. So thank you again, Sue. I really appreciated your sharing here. And I see you got, you know, some Vicky can relate, definitely relating to what you're sharing. So Rob shares with us here. He says, I don't do a great deal, no real schedule to speak of, but the mental hamster wheel is active, right? Always thinking, and I have YouTube on and Facebook, listening to a podcast and playing Final Fantasy game. But today I went out with Norman and I asked him to drop me a mile from home. Awesome. Good, Sue. And I did the Svava walk, you know, breathe in deep and taste the air, notice my surroundings. I stopped often to pick up leaves and listen to the birds and took some photos. That seemed to work. Awesome. Awesome, my friend. Good for you. Just made my heart sing. Good for you to get out, go for a walk, and listen to the birds, right? Seeing what's happening out here gets us out of here, right? Beautiful, my friend. Fresh air, move your body. So you felt better after? You felt better after, Rob? Sue also said here, I can see your comments, Sue. Yep, that kind of walk helps me too. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you said how funny how smell changes when you are noticing it. You could smell the river from a distance. Yes, exactly. Right? Good for you. Yeah, Sue, we want some pictures. Rob, we want some pictures. Yes, I was clearing the mind by concentrating on the outside. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. Good for you. I'm so happy for you. Happy to hear it. So did I catch everybody today? Let me just refresh. Want to make sure I got everybody. Thank you so much for your beautiful sharing today. I know this is not an easy one, right? But this is how we make that change, right, my friends? It's like with our awareness, right? Become aware. Why do I feel so crappy? Why do I feel so heavy? Why do I feel so down? Chances are there's storm brewing or some thinking going on here that perhaps is also being turned on you, against you, right? So when we become aware, okay, I can't stop that train, I can't stop those thoughts, but I can step away from it enough by choosing to focus on something else where the impact of all that chatter, right, isn't being directed towards you, against you. So going outside, moving your body. Okay, thank you. So glad I have you guys. So glad I have you guys to keep me. There you go, I see it here. It was underneath the fold here. So thank you, Vicky. She says, thank you. She says, I maybe get out of the house once a week, and that's usually a doctor or physical therapy or groceries. My hamster wheel is mental too. I go distract with social media and music. I could go outside more. I'm learning to stop the hamster wheel and talk myself through it and breathe. She shared she was not feeling well, so she's resting. So we're sending you lots of love, my friend. Thank you for being here and sharing with us. And I'm sorry you're not feeling well, but we are sending you lots of love and light. Lots of love and light. So thank you so much. Thank you, my friends. I, again, really appreciate you guys sharing from your hearts, right? Seeing, wait a minute, I'm not alone, right? This is the kind of the human condition. What we struggle with is this powerful engine up here that, can be a force for good and sometimes not so good. But when we can work with it, right? But also recognize we can choose, we can make some choices. So the card I drew for us, how appropriate. The second card today, very much in the line what we were just talking about. One day, there you go. Her desire for peace became so great that he or she became peace, right? And that also works, Rob, for one day. Her or his desire for love became so great that he became love, right? That's a choice we can make. That's the power we have, my friends, right? The peace, right? We want to live in a peaceful world. Then our work begins at home, in our hearts, right? And in our bodies. So this is for all of you guys today, right? We're all doing the best we can. Exactly. Be about love. Yep. And I say often to you guys to be love, right? To be love. To stand for love, right? To embody love. Love this body so much and be so grateful for all that you get to experience and hear. And you're so grateful for your journey and where you're at, and so connected to yourself that you see yourself in everybody. You see yourself in all people, all beings, right? And when we love ourselves and appreciate ourselves and are connected to ourselves and see ourselves in others, we can't do harm to others. I can't be mean or bully you, because I would be being mean or doing harm to myself. Frequency of love transmits. Exactly. Just like I said earlier in our meditation, my friends, I said, I am love through all that I see before me. Right? I see you. I see you from here. And I see nothing but love. I know, I know, I know. Right? We didn't see it, feel it, or hear it when we need it, when we were little, right? But we are here now, and we can choose. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob. We can choose, right? One breath at a time. Inhale love, right? Release whatever you're letting go of. Inhale love, and even exhale love, because you want to pass it on to others. So, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you, my friends. Thank you again for being here for our beautiful time together. Tomorrow, I am taking a self-care day on Friday, so I will not be here tomorrow, but I will see you guys back here on Monday. So I have work to do to catch up for my preparation for a busy week next week. So no worries, Rob. I am so glad that you fell asleep with us in the background. Sleep is good. Sleep is good. So celebrate you for the rest that you got, right? Resting is good. Absolutely. So thank you, sweet friends. Thank you for being here. And please, if this was helpful to you, please give me a thumbs up, right? And you're welcome, my friend. I'll be thinking about you guys over the weekend. And let me know through your comments below, if you can, what inspired you, what moved you. All that helps me and helps others that maybe are looking for support. So thanks, friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you on Monday, same time, same place. Until then, bye, friends.